For more analysis, let's bring in retired NYPD Sergeant and host of the True Crime with the Sarge podcast, Joseph Giacalone. Sergeant, thank you so much for your time. So we know there's a lot happening out there today. Certainly took a lot of journalists by surprise, to say the least. What are investigators likely looking for out there today?
Hi, how you doing, Nichole? Good to see you again. Yes, I mean, listen, I don't believe in coincidences, right? So we had those searches out east. They found what they refer to as a lockbox. We don't know exactly what they found in it or what it transpired to be. However, there might have been a connection to be able to go back into the house. Remember, in order to get a search warrant, you need to have probable cause. And since they already did this 10 months ago, they had to be able to prove to a judge that they had probable cause to go in there. The ME showing up is really interesting. If we see the forensic anthropologist show up, that would be even more interesting and of a bit of an eye-opener, because they are the doctors that go out and determine what is a human bone or what is an animal bone. But the other thing is I'd be looking for some heavy equipment going into that house. Last July, they didn't break up the floor in the basement of that big, what they call a vault. So we might see that happening too. And also not a coincidence that the family's not in town. I think they were told, this is what we're going to do, and I don't think you're going to be able to live in that house again after they're done with it.
Oh, my goodness. All right. So I wanted to ask why it's happening now, but you've already answered that question. They had to prove probable cause. That's why we're seeing it happen 10 months later. Is it possible, though, Sergeant, that this is not the last raid? Could there be more in the future?
Well, it could be, because remember, there's still a number of victims from the Gilgo case that are still open, but this could be expanding to other open cases too. One thing that the district attorney has said is that basically he's been open to a lot of things. And, originally he said that he was going to concentrate on that Gilgo 4. And then all of a sudden we've seen this big explosion in regards to moving further out. So I believe that the district attorney is onto something here. He's, last time he brought in the New York City Police Department, we see that the task force is working together again, making sure that this case continues to move forward. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised, Nichole, if this case is expanding to other open cases in both Nassau and Suffolk.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would not be surprised, Sergeant, with that. I want to go back to something you said when you were answering the first question. They're talking about heavy equipment possibly moving in. So that would not just be for the yard, the surrounding areas outside. You think that could potentially be used inside the home?
Well, like I said, if we see somebody, I mean, it could have been blocked off, but if you see somebody going in with a jackhammer, let's say, to break open the floor in the basement, that could be an interesting thing. Remember, this box that they found, it might have been something that they took a photograph of, or they actually took one that was similar to say, hey, listen, this box matches the one we have. I mean, listen, I don't know for sure, but I'm just trying to explain to the audience about what would give the cops that probable cause to get back into the house to do the search, because apparently they are removing a lot of objects from this house.
Right. And again, we are talking to a former NYPD sergeant here. What does this mean, do you think, for Heuermann's current case as it moves forward? The fact that investigators are now on the scene searching his home yet again.
Well, I mean, I look at it as they have plenty of evidence, as far as I'm concerned, for the Gilgo 4 case. And that's why I believe strongly that this has to do with additional cases that we are unaware of at the moment. We do know that the district attorney is using the secret grand jury, so it's going to take a while. I don't imagine we're going to see a presser today, so to speak, but I do think we will see one in the next couple of weeks or so. And remember, we always have the discovery process also that's going to determine. But, we're still waiting. If you recall, Nichole, we had that search warrant that was done at his storage facility where they brought the ME in last year. It was in July. So I wouldn't be a bit surprised if they end up back at the storage facility too today or tomorrow.
All right. Retired NYPD Sergeant Joe Giacalone certainly gave us a lot to think about here. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.